has the transfer portal affected betting? Like, are you less inclined to bet on season futures because so many rosters are overhauled year to year?
Yes. Yes. It makes it very difficult to do that. And I think part in here, a perfect example is before last year, before the 2024 season, December 2023, I'm sitting there and I went on Bear Bets in New York and with Jeff, and I'm like, oh, by the way, I just bet Georgia at plus 450 to win the national championship in 2024. You're not going to see a price like that at all during the season. Lo and behold, portal, receiver, lose this, lose that. By the end of September, you found a better price on Georgia to win the national championship than I got in December. So yeah, the prices on these teams can fluctuate so much. Getting ahead of, and a lot of times you're looking to just buy numbers. Like if you got a good number on Miami to win the national championship, if you thought that maybe if you knew Carson Beck was going to remove himself from the draft and get a number on them, which I didn't, which I'm disappointed about. But if you can get ahead of moves like like teams in I think the best way to attack it in terms of trying to figure out the portal, and again, it's a short sample size, but you look at the conferences that are kind of exposed to variance. Well, I think obviously the two are the ACC and the Big 12. You look at last year in the ACC, SMU brought in some Miami transfers, some other guys found themselves in the ACC championship game. I think they were like 16-1, 18-1 at the start of the year to win the ACC. Arizona State was picked last in the Big 12. BYU was picked near the bottom in the Big 12. Iowa State was a team that I picked to win the Big 12 last year. They're kind of a middling team. I got a good number on them, so I was able to just bet it back in the Big 12 championship game and make a profit. If you can kind of look at these conferences and just see like the complete roster overhauls or who lost who, and just kind of, because I don't think last year the markets really caught onto it in time, and there were a lot of bad numbers out there. Like there were a lot of Notre Dame national championship odds. There were a lot of Penn State national championship prize. Like people got good numbers on those teams to win the national championship. People got good numbers on Ohio State prior to the start of the playoff because they didn't maybe didn't understand, like, okay, Ohio State's still one of the best teams talent-wise out there. So I think in terms of trying to capitalize on the portal, it's the conference title odds and odds to make the college football playoff. That's where I kind of differ from a lot of people. Like a lot of people are the bet a little to win a lot. I'm not afraid to lay a lot to win a little. And I kind of understood the whole selection process where early in when they first posted odds to make the college football playoff, like you had Ohio State and Georgia were like minus 600. And basically what you were saying is like it was going to take 3 losses by Ohio State and Georgia to keep them out of the playoff, most likely. Like there was still a chance, like with 3 losses, if they had some wins, those teams could make the playoff. So It was going to be ridiculous, minuscule. So like you could parlay at FanDuel and some other places, just Ohio State and Georgia to make the college football playoff, and it turned out to be like a minus 275 parlay. And I'm perfectly willing to lay whatever, knowing the true price of like the selection process and how that's going to work. So I'm curious to see if like when they post the odds to make the college football playoff this year, if they've kind of caught on to that a little bit and understand that it's going to take a hell of a lot to keep Ohio State and Georgia and Texas out of the college football playoff now.